Hey guys, Bluebridge here. Bit late with my review of the game against Brighton, but you know what? Better late than never, so let's get into it. So the Cold Palmer show once again. What a player this guy is. And I love to gloat about this player because, when we bought him, our fan base were in meltdown. But I was saying, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a chance because you don't know. We may have a superstar in our hand. Got a lot of stick for it, but now, what you guys saying? As I said, don't like to gloat. I'm not that sort of person. But you know what? We now see why we are not scouts and we've got the scouts in there to do the job. So Cole Palmer, he just gets better and better. This season was always going to be the season where it was time, because last season he was a bit of an unknown entity, and so lots of people didn't really give him that attention that he needs. You saw at the beginning of the season where people were just tactically fouling him time and time again, but he still managed to get us 4 assists and 1 goal, I think it was, or a couple of goals was it before yesterday. But yesterday you saw this guy, first home goal, yes, yesterday, and he followed it up with another 3 just for good measure. So 4 goals in the first half. That's the first time it's ever been done in Premier League football. Apparently Jimmy Greaves did it for Chelsea way back in the 50s, and we went on to win that game 7-4, I believe. Can't remember the opposition, but this is the first time it's ever been done in the Premier League. 4 goals. He should really have got 6 if we think about it. Not 6, because I'm not one of these fans who, sometimes they say, okay, because he missed that chance where he hit the post, but that's before he scored a goal. And so usually when people say, oh, he should have got 5 or 6, but he didn't have a goal then, the game would have been different. But he should have had 5, because after he's in the second half, he had that chance, great challenge by Moise Caicedo, which put him in where he should have scored his 5th goal. And that was probably one of the easier chances that he had, obviously by the penalty. But that one he put wide. He could have made it 6. I could have made it 5, and that would have been a glorious day. Because not a lot of men, I think it's only one player who scored 5 goals. Correct me if I'm wrong, sure it's one player. And so that would be put him in a unique position. But he's still a record breaker in that he scored 4 first half goals. But what a balmy first half of football it is. I'm not going to go through all the goals because obviously you know how they went. But defending from both sides wasn't the best, wasn't the great, and that's the thing we need to improve on if we are going to push for top 4 this season, because attacking were delicious in attack. I mentioned that already in my preview video the other day, but it's a defence which we need to sort of iron out. But because we got like Fofana and Colwill in there forming a partnership, that takes time, so hopefully they can create that partnership, and familiarity breeds contempt. And is that the right saying? But when you're familiar with each other, then you're going to get stronger and stronger. My concern in my preview video was when I mentioned about Sanchez. I said that he was, doing okay for Chelsea, but he's always prone to a bit of an error, and he still gives me the shivers when he has the ball. And that proved to be the case again yesterday. From sublime to ridiculous, or from the ridiculous to the sublime twice. And the reason I say that is because the first one, what was he doing coming out for that header? He had no reason to come out, and made it easy for Georginio Rutter to score the goal. And then the Babuela, is that the guy's name? Sorry if I've butchered your name again, but that's what I do. I apologise. But with him, passed it straight out to the Brighton midfielder who knocked it in, and that's the thing we get with him sometimes, and that's what happened against Arsenal last season. I remember that game where we were in control, he let them back in, but this time luckily we got a Cole Palmer down the other end, and it didn't come back to haunt us, but it could have been very, very detrimental to our result if something had happened, because even at 3-2 they needed Babella is his name? Sorry, yeah. He had another chance. But again, what I said from the ridiculous to the sublime, good save this time by Sanchez. And then a similar thing, what happened after he had another good save, was it in the second half or first half from Danny Welbeck as well, which could have put them back in the game. So he made a couple of good saves. But for me, that's bread and butter. A goalkeeper is meant to be there to make saves. But my thing is, you judge a goalkeeper by the errors they don't make a lot of errors. That's why I judge a goalkeeper by no goals leading, no goals from errors. So there was 2 errors that led to goals yesterday. And he needs to cut that out, because as I said, I'm expecting my goalkeeper to make big saves. So he needs to just, be a bit more alert. And still not convinced by him, to be honest. But the rest of the defence, I'll do my player ratings maybe tomorrow, a bit later as well. But yeah, we just second half, I thought, for credit to the guys, especially like people like Fofana and people like, stepped up. So it wasn't as chaotic in the second half as it was in the first. It couldn't get as like that in the second half. It was really frantic in that first half. But it's good entertainment for the fans. We wanted entertainment, we wanted goals, we wanted victory. So let's concentrate on the positives. We scored 4 goals yesterday. We entertained the crowd yesterday. And there were some good performances. Sancho as well yesterday, great performance. 2 assists. One was a penalty, which was, and the assist he did for Cole Palmer as well for his 4th goal. That was really good. Great way to pass, and we've got that awareness in our team from some players. And I just want to touch on Nicholas Jackson a bit as well, because he's getting a bit of stick as well from a portion of our fan base, where they're saying, because he had 3 chances, I think, to score. The one where he rounded the goalkeeper, I think he'd done everything right. Obviously, the way the ball, he had to control it. It wasn't a bad control. He took it away from the goalkeeper, but he was slightly off balance, and he still composed himself to have the shot. But sometimes you've got to applaud the defending. So it was a great piece of defending by the Brighton player to clear the ball off the line. Webster, I think it was. So sometimes you've got to commend him. Some people were saying that he should have done better. But if you've played football as a striker, everything is especially at the Premier League level, everything is really done at a top pace speed. And he couldn't get enough power behind the shot because he was slightly off balance, but he did get enough power in there. But the Brighton defender anticipated well, came in and made a clearance. So I'll applaud him rather than having a go at Jackson. If anything you want to knock him at, maybe the one where Lewis Dunk got the challenge in, maybe he could have hit that slightly a bit earlier. It's good attackers in the past that we've had, the likes of Vialli and Hasselbank, people like that. They take that a bit earlier, and maybe he gets a shot off, because that slight delay in shooting made the difference. And sometimes that's what, if you look at the Haaland one against us at the beginning of the season, he took that one early, and that's why he scored that goal. So sometimes that slight delay can be the difference maker. So if I'm going to be a bit critical, then it's probably that situation where he could have done a little bit better. But I'm not being too critical for him, because I think he's had a good start to the season, and awareness as well for the opening goal for Palmer as well, where he composed himself, squared it to Palmer, and that awareness. I wish we could, Madueke could have that, a little bit of that. He showed a bit of unselfishness when he passed it over to Jadon Sancho in the first half for the one which was narrowly offside. But there was another situation where there was 3 players in a better position than him, where he went for a glory rather than squaring it. So that's what I want to see, a bit more team play from us. If a player's in a better position, then you have to try. Don't go for glory yourself, because I think at the time, was it still 3-2 or was it 4-2? I can't remember. But, even at 4-2, still, they come out in the second half and make it 4-3, then it's dangerous. So if we don't take our foot off the pedal, 4, 5, 6 goal difference may be key come the end of the season, because I think it's going to be tight at the top. You're looking at the likes of Villa, maybe Tottenham as well. They're going to be challenging for that top 4 position. Discount Mangi on watching that game today. That's a little shocking. But But so there is, it can come down to goal difference. So we need to try and score as many goals and build up that goal difference as the season goes on. So really happy. Cole Palmer, as I said, take a bow, son. You are getting into that elite category. You've got the arrogance about you, the calmness, the touch, and the confidence, and what a great purchase for us, and long may his good form continue. So guys, let me know what you thought about the game in the comments section below, and don't forget, as always, like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications to be notified every time I make a new video. So take care, bye bye.